So we're going to just be getting into the stream. We're just trying out a few things and wanted to just see if everything is going to actually work. We're just trying to test out and make sure everything is working. Just trying to test out and make sure everything is working. Just trying to test out and make sure everything is working. Hey, what's going on?
How you
Doing good?
doing? Okay. Your shoes, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Alright. Get you.
Got to back to the doctor. Okay. You already got to do the noteboard thing?
Yeah.
You already had that one.
Yeah, this will just be sort of like
Yeah.
a test run. See how this thing will work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got the thinking dry erase board,
Yeah.
class set up, and then when we get into the building,
Yeah.
then we'll be able to just, because this thing, it comes up a little higher,
Right.
and then we'll just be able to teach off of this and,
Mm-hmm.
and go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and get rolling. So,
I done hurt, man. I got a little thing on my foot. I went to the doctor for it. I got to go back this week.
what happened?
I was wearing them boots and started off like a little corn.
Uh-huh.
Man, I think it hurt worse than a toothache.
Really?
I went to the doctor for it. I got to go back this week. They said they gonna freeze it and cut it out.
Ooh.
So I've been soaking it and getting prepared for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I little thing it hurt, boy.
Yeah.
Little thing.
That's,
Yeah, I got my charger. Went to my notepad if I can keep my stuff. Yeah.
So you ready?
Yeah, I'm by my notepad this week.
All right. So the way that this class is going to go, I've been really thinking about it and thinking about how to make it the best thing possible.
Right.
Period. So what I found is that there's really two ways.
You got to start over, bro, because this is a test run. You got
Yeah.
You got to do all your stuff on Aaron Brown. You know,
Oh.
You got.
This is
This is
it right here.
That how you coming?
Yeah, this is how I'm coming, just like this.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
don't know who you is.
Yeah. You go. I mean, they don't know, but.
This is a test run.
Yeah, this is a test run. So this is just, I want to get it all out,
Get it
just
all
like
out.
this. But yeah, so there's really two ways for somebody to learn something,
Right.
or actually or two ways for a teacher to teach something.
Right.
So the first way is the instructor teaches to the student.
Right.
Like they got a syllabus.
Yeah.
They got something that they want to teach you.
Right.
Right. The other way is the student has something that they want to learn.
Right.
You know, that matters to them.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, colleges, universities, schools, they're set up the first way. They're set up in the way where the teacher has all the answers. They have this syllabus. They have this curriculum that they want to teach you. They want to shove down your throat.
Right.
Right. But I don't know of any school really where the student leads the instruction.
Right. Want to learn.
Right. And it's what the student wants to learn. So, but you know what's crazy is the only way, I've only found one way for a student to actually learn something.
Yeah.
And that's if the student wants to learn it.
Right.
That's it.
That's it.
So when the student wants to learn, that's when they're actually going to learn it.
Right.
All right. So that's what we're going to do with this whole class. That's what this whole thing is going to be about. It's you teaching the whole, or basically whatever you want to learn.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to go over.
Right.
So I got three rules for this class, the whole class. There's only 3 rules. First rule is accept what I have to say as truth.
Right.
Okay? Accept what I have to say as truth. Now, what does that mean? It's like this. When you were a baby,
Right.
everything that your mom had to say, everything that your dad gave you, it was just the truth.
Right.
You know, because they were the ones that were feeding you. They were the ones that was clothing you. So you just went along with whatever they were saying.
Right.
Right? Even though it might not have been the truth or not, but it was the truth for that moment.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you what you can handle right now.
Right.
Okay. I'm not going to teach you calculus.
Right.
And you don't even know how to count.
Right.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So there's going to be, because you could go on to the internet, so YouTube and everything.
Yeah.
Man, you know how many gurus there are on
Yeah.
YouTube? There's thousands of gurus on here that can teach you about all types of stuff. Right? But that hasn't done nothing for the common person. That hasn't done nothing for you and I.
No.
Right? All these gurus that people hear and they listen to, and you can read all these books. It hasn't changed nothing for nobody.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So what I want to do with this class is I want it to be something where first you have to take what I'm saying as truth. Okay?
Right.
That's the first thing. Second rule is take action immediately on what I say.
Right.
Take action immediately on what I say. So I don't want oh, here's Forrest right here. He was gonna be in the class too. Hey, what's going on, bro?
Hey man, what's up? What you doing?
Hey, we're starting the class right now.
Yeah, so what you going live on the thing or what?
It's actually on YouTube right now. It's live, but you can either way. I can either keep you on this or what. But yeah, if you go on to YouTube and you go to Shoot the Jab, you'll be able to see the live.
That's what's up. I'm about to time it up right
All right.
now. All right, yes sir.
All right. Yeah. So take action immediately on what I'm saying.
Right.
All right. Don't wait for tomorrow, next week, next month, the next year.
Yeah.
Take action immediately on what I'm saying.
Right.
All right. And then the third rule that I got is bring somebody to the next class.
Right.
Invite somebody to the next class. And because the more people that we got,
Yeah.
the more excitement there's going to be, and the more excitement that we got, the better that we have chances of changing our condition of where we're at. So bring somebody to the next class. Those are the three rules that I got. So accept what I have as truth, right?
Yeah.
Take action
Take action immediately.
and then bring somebody to the next class.
Right.
All right, that's what I got. All right, so now it's on you. What do you want to? What are some things that you want to learn, and what are some things that you feel that would be helpful for you?
Building my credit.
Okay, so credit.
Yeah.
All right. So credit. So building. Credit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we gotta first know what credit is.
Right.
All right. So what is credit?
For all I know, it's just I don't want to lie. Make up nothing. But
Yeah.
so when you ain't got to use cash and replace the way of spending your money. That's all I've been saying. Like you said, I'll get this on credit, get that on credit.
Right.
You don't gotta have no money on them, but
So what you know is making sure that you don't have to spend your money.
yeah. And so like you say, you go to my want to get a car or a house, and then you got the cash, but they don't want cash. They want to know about the credit.
Right.
The credit deal. They don't care nothing about the cash.
So you don't have to. So, but the big thing is you don't have to spend your money. That's the thing that you.
Right.
That's what you know.
That's all
right?
I know.
Right. And then usually people run your credit.
Yeah, run.
Right. And then you have this thing called a credit score. Right. So a credit score. And so those are the things pretty much that you know of when it comes to credit. All right. So credit essentially what it is an institution like a bank
Right.
is saying that you are this credit worthy.
Right.
And how we determine how credit worthy you are is based off of a few things. One, how much money you already have. Like, so how well have you been able to manage your own finances? So let's just say, say you've accumulated, I don't know, like a few dollars in savings, a few dollars in investments. So you have some money, and then, but you also, what an institution is looking at is to see how well you've done with credit before. Right? So with credit. So how well have you done with credit when someone is giving you credit? So this is the problem with a lot of people that have never had credit before. So like a brand new person. Yeah. So like say you haven't had no credit. So how do I even get credit if I've never used credit before?
Right.
All right. So one way to use or to get credit, you can get a thing called a Discover card. So a Discover card, and it's Discover secured card, and any type of secured card or secured credit basically means that you're putting something up as collateral. Right? So you're putting cash up as collateral. All right, so you're putting cash up as collateral. That's what it means for secured.
Yeah.
So when something is secured, you put cash up. So what happens on a Discover secured card is that you put money up on this card, on this particular card. Let's just say $100.
Hold on, bro. It might be cool. I put on Facebook.
Oh yeah, you good.
Make sure you want to come. How about a cuz? It might seem the thing you might want to come to class. I told him to start at 6.
Oh yeah.
I'm in class. Yeah, I went and got that card too. I found it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. You can't get on about that no more.
Let's see. Let me see if Forrest can see. So Forrest, can you see everything good? Is everything pretty clear? You can just put it in the chat. All right. So Discover secured card. What we're doing is we're putting money on this card, and this card gives us a thing called a credit line. Credit line. And it also establishes a credit history. All right. Cool. So credit line and credit history. So what's going on with this is that institutions, they want to know if you were given credit, basically this money that's not your money to spend, what would you do with it? How would you manage it? And so they want to see how long your credit history has been, and then also what did you do when you had the credit in the first place? You know, did you overspend? Did you underspend? All right. So these are the pieces for you to build a credit. So what you want to do is you want to have long credit history. So you want to have history of having credit for a long period of time, and you want to have low credit utilization rates. Low credit utilization rates. So low credit utilization. All right, so what that means is this: if you had $1,000 of credit, you want to spend less than 30%. Really, you want to be around 20 to 10 to 20% of utilization. All right, so 10 to 20%. So let's just say if it was $1,000, you only want to spend about $200 of that 1,000. Make sense? It gives you low credit utilization. The lower your credit utilization is, the better your score is going to be. Okay? Because credit, this is what they want to do. These banks, they want, or institutions, they want to give you credit when you don't need it.
Right.
They want to give you money when you don't need it. They don't want to give you money when you need it.
Right.
All right. So they want you. So you have to make them. You have to make it look like you don't need it. So you want to have low credit utilization. You want to have a long credit history. So long credit history means like 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. So you want to have a credit card, this Discover secured card. You want to have that for say 5 or 10 years.
Right.
Okay. So 10 years. Let's say a 5 to 10 years. So 5 to 10 years. You want to have this to be 10 to 20%. Okay. And so this is a way for you to start building your credit. When you're talking about building your credit, this is the way that you can start. If you had no ties to no banking institutions or nothing like that, you could get a Discover secured card or any type of secured card. I'm just saying Discover just because it's just something that's on the top of my head, but you could get a Discover secured card, put $100 on this card. So you just take $100, save up $100 or whatever, get this card, and then you're putting cash on this card as collateral. Now you have a credit line, and that credit line is going to be worth $100. So what's going to happen is eventually you will have a credit line of $100, and they're going to give you this money back over 6 months. Like in 6 months, they're going to give you that $100 back, and you'll just have a credit line. There will just be a credit line. Make sense?
Yeah.
So there's going to be something that's you're going to be able to pull $100.
But don't spend but 20 or 40.
There you go. That's it. Now you see. Now you got it. And then the credit history, build up this credit history over time and have low credit utilization rate. Okay? Now, that's if you had no credit history, this is something that you could do right now. You could come up with $100, get you a card, and now you have a credit history. You can start building your credit that way. All right, so that's one way. Forrest, is there anything that you saw on that? Is there any questions that you have on that? We're just talking about credit, building credit, and something that that you didn't come in on, and I'll just tell you right now, is that in this class there's really only 3 rules, and the first thing that I want you to know is that accept what I say is true. All right, so accept what I say is true. That's number 1. Just treat it like I'm your mom or your dad when you were a baby. Just treat what I say is true. Second thing is take action and apply exactly what I'm telling you immediately. So accept what I'm saying is true and take action and apply what I'm saying immediately. And then the third thing is bring somebody to class on the next class. So bring somebody to class on the next time we have class. Those are the 3 rules. Other than that, this is all going to be student run, student led. So there was just a question about building credit, and that's what we went over right here. All right. So this is an easy play for you to start building your credit right now. All right. Okay. Oh, did you want to take a picture of this in your phone?
Yeah.
And then.
That scribble scrabble you got going.
Yeah. I can't write. Cool. Appreciate that for us.
Tell Forrest we'll send him scribble scrabble.
Yeah. Yeah, and what we'll do is we'll take all these notes that we got, we'll put them on the Facebook too, so that way people can get some of this too. So I'll take a picture of that.
Yeah. You know I got Android, you might.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, send it to him more Android looking bad.
Yeah. Oh, Forrest said, "What's up, Fat?"
Tell him try to get right.
Try to get right.
If I can help him, help each other. I'm in class. What you doing? No, I'm in class.
Okay, hey, so Forrest, what questions do you got? What do you want to do? You told me we're gonna come back to building credit. I got some other plays for that. You told me that you wanted to learn about how to make money when you sleep, right?
Ah,
Passive income. Okay, perfect. Passive income. Passive income.
right now.
All right.
Well, That's all I'm in class. Alright, but you need to be coming out in class if you want to get your little credit thing built up. Get down here, Aaron out. I call you when I leave class. You know, come to class. Yeah, worry about it.
All right. So I'm gonna leave building
Building
credit up
credit,
there because I got some other scenarios for that
Okay,
and some faster ways than just $100 at a time.
yeah.
But
That's
all
it.
right. So we'll just come back to that.
Yeah.
All right. So next topic. So Forrest wanted to know about passive income.
Okay.
All right. So passive income. So Forrest, what is? Let me just ask you. What is passive income? What is that? So how to start investing with just a few $1,000s. Okay. But what is, from your opinion, what is passive income? What does that mean? And I'm not playing something dummy. I just really just want to know, like, what do you think passive income is? Okay, so passive income is making money without having to put the work in that keeps coming and keeps coming. Yeah. Okay. So all right. So what we know right now is, so passive income. He said it's making money without having to put the work in. Making money without putting work in. That keeps coming and keeps coming. So it keeps coming. That keeps.
You know what I'm saying? When you own the business and somebody working for you,
Yeah.
you sleeping making money, huh?
Right. Yeah. So and that's something that he was talking about before. He was saying, how can I make money while I'm sleeping? Right. Okay. So this right here is probably one of the biggest myths about passive income. What? Okay, so he said, well, I mean, you got to put work. Okay, there we go. All right, I worded it kind of wrong. It's more like put the work in and then keep getting. Okay, there you go. I like that. That's a little bit better. So put the work in. So put work in. Work in. And then money keeps coming.
It's right there. Right there. That red learning this one.
Yeah.
That way, yeah.
Right.
You're talking about you put all the work in,
There you go.
the labor, and like you said, getting the land and put all your stuff in the building and
Right.
spend all your money, getting the yard right and getting your license and all that.
Right.
Now,
Now you're getting the
money
check.
coming in.
There you go. So passive income, it's like, the best way I can put it is planting an apple tree.
Yeah.
Okay? Planting an apple tree. So when you plant an apple tree, you gotta first buy the tree. So you had to have money first.
Mm-hmm.
That's key for passive income. You gotta have money first. Then you gotta go to the store to get the tree.
Right.
So you gotta have transportation, right?
Right.
You bring it back, and then you gotta get the pole digger, and dig out or get a shovel and stuff, and dig the hole. Put the tree in there. So that's a lot of work and effort. You gotta put the tree in there, put some water in there, maybe put a little fertilizer in, right? Cover it all up, and then keep watering it over time. Over time, and it might be about 2 or 3 years, and then a little bit of fertilizer, and then boom, then you got some apples. And that first time that you go, you might only have maybe 3 or 4 apples.
Right.
But this year on our apple tree out there, it was a lot of apples.
Yeah.
But it took some time to get there. Okay, that's what passive income is. Okay, that's what passive income is. So that means that we had to have some money, we had to do some work, we had to have some transportation. So we had to have some things going on first, and then we had to work a little bit some more on this, and we had to protect it through the winter too.
Yeah.
That's another thing. You had to protect it through the winter because it didn't germinate apples the first year
No.
or during the spring. So you got to protect it through the winter, through the frost. Make sure it gets through the frost, and then you might have some apples. All right. So cool. This is what. So we're gonna move on. So on passive income. So we got to do some work. So this is how this thing goes. We got to first know about income.
Right.
All right. How do we make our own income? Okay. So we got to figure out like how do we get income? Most of us know how to get income from a job.
Right.
Right? You go to a job, you go to somebody's job, and then they pay you a wage.
Right.
Right? That's the way that we know.
That's on passive income, all that together, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So yes, this is all in the passive income. So we just know how to work a job,
Right.
get a wage.
Get away
Right? What is that? We're trading time
for money.
for money. All right? What we're doing with passive income is we're trading money
For time.
for time.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing with passive income. So we're taking our money, we're going to take our money that we got from this job,
Right.
and we're going to put it into a thing called an asset. All right? So you might want to take a picture of that.
Yeah.
So what we typically know is job.
Now I gotta get me a notebook.
Oh yeah.
Gotta get me a notebook.
So I'll take it. So we just know how to work a job, get a wage.
Find some notebook.
And that's the same thing is true with even if we have businesses. Most people when they have businesses, what do? They pretty much make another job for themselves.
Right.
They don't know how to set up a situation where they can actually make that job turn into something passive for themselves. So a job turns into, you get a job so that way you can get a wage. You're trading your time for your money.
I'm looking for my notebook, bro.
Huh?
I'm looking for my Samsung notebook.
Okay. What we want to do is we want to trade our money for time. And that's going to equal passive for us. So this is what we're going to do. In order to do that, you got to buy with your wage, with the wages that you get, with these wages, you got to buy things called assets.
That's it.
You got to buy assets.
Yeah.
So an asset is simply something that puts money in your pocket. Okay? An asset is something that puts money in your pocket. When you buy it, it puts money in your pocket. So this is
Money for time and time to money.
right.
I'll get my stuff now.
Money in
Time,
your pocket.
time for money.
So an asset puts money in your pocket.
So asset after time for money, asset, right?
Yeah, so
Right, asset.
yeah, so when you so in order for you to get so when we're talking about money, we're going to trade our money for time.
Time, yeah.
Mhm. In order for us to get that money to time, we have to buy a thing called an asset.
Asset.
Mhm.
Got it.
And so we're going to buy these assets
Right.
so that way we have more time.
Right.
All right. So this an asset puts money in your pocket.
Okay.
A liability it takes money out of your pocket.
All right.
All right. So a liability takes money out of your pocket. Money out of your. All right.
Right.
So asset assets to liabilities. So what we want to do is we want to buy these things, assets.
Right.
All right. We don't want liabilities.
No.
So actually, let me go ahead and liability.
Buy the thing that's gonna make the money.
Right. There you go. So let me go ahead and take a
Liability
picture.
gonna be the thing that take away from the money.
Exactly. So we wanna get this. We wanna get assets.
Yeah.
All right. So let's name a few. Well, you tell me. Like, well, Forrest, hey, what's an asset? You said my kids know it. Yo, I ain't gonna tell them that. But what? Now that you know this definition, as far as an asset is something that puts money in your pocket that you could buy. Name an asset that you know of, something that you could buy that could put money in your pocket. Name a thing that you could put money in your pocket. And what asset do you know? What are some things that you could buy that could put money
I
in
buy
your
them
pocket?
all the time, but you always get on to me about all my stuff from my detail shop.
Okay.
Yeah, and he got he do pipe work, so
Right.
it'd be like a truck, a work truck, and pipes and all the digging stuff. He need like a trencher or
Okay.
a tractor.
So he said rental house or a snow cone maker. So rental. Let's see. Rental
No problem.
property. Snow cone maker. What did you say, Fat?
Cause he do pipe work, right?
Yeah, but what for you?
For me,
Yeah.
like pressure washer,
Okay.
vacuum cleaner, and stuff like detergent and a work truck for a van, vehicle.
All right. So, so now let's look at this passive income thing. If you had a rental property, you said a business. Okay, you put a business.
Yeah.
All right. What else do you got? Okay. All right. So these things here, you're saying that these are assets for you, right? So these assets, and the reason why you say that they're assets is that they put money in your pocket.
Yeah.
All right. So if you got a pressure washer, how would that pressure washer put money in your pocket?
Like a pressure wash homes, trailers, houses, sidewalk, and then they help, generate money because it's assets that got like you used to call me, man, you pressure out my house for $100.
Yeah.
That's $100. I don't pay. The next person won't want they'll pressure off a sidewalk or anything.
Okay. Cool. So we got. So you're saying that when you get this pressure washer,
Yeah.
so this pressure washer, now you can do a service,
Yeah.
and that service you can generate, say, like $100. Right.
Right.
Okay. The vacuum cleaner. How does this put money in your pocket?
When I detail the car, I got a vacuum in the car. I charge like say $45, $50, and the vacuum cleaner going.
So it allows you to provide a service.
Provide service.
Okay. $45. What about the detergent?
I gotta have it to even start washing the car.
Right. So you can
Most
provide
important
a
thing. Yeah.
service.
Provide service.
Okay. The work truck.
That the service I would bring everything with me.
Okay. You gotta put time in with the pressure washer still, unless you got somebody. We're getting there, Forrest. We're getting there. You're thinking. So now you think we're getting to passive income. I just want you to think about what we're trying to get there. But yeah, you're absolutely right. So with your business, Forrest. Now, when it comes to the business, why is a business an asset for you? Why is a business an asset? he's got like similar issues, but we'll come back to it. So, and then rental property. So here's the thing with these services, right? These services that we're providing. The reason why we're able to provide a service is because we are solving a problem for somebody.
Right.
Okay? We're solving a problem for somebody. So these services are problem solvers. Problem solvers. Problem solvers. That's the only reason why somebody pays you money.
Right.
They pay you money because you're solving a problem based off of your service.
Right.
Your service, you are serving somebody else. They don't want to pressure wash their house.
No.
Or, well, if you could buy a business that was already generating income as long as you had people properly running it. That's true. That's true. So we're getting there, because I know you're still thinking about the passive, how to make it passive. But I want this to be clear.
Yeah.
We're trying to building blocks.
Right.
We got to figure out what are we doing? We're providing a service, and that's what gives us the money, but we're solving problems.
Right.
We're solving problems. That's what's happening.
Right.
We're solving problems. So we solve the problem for somebody else.
Right.
That's what gives us the business. We get the business by serving others.
Right.
Okay, we get the business by serving others. So we pressure wash somebody's house or somebody's driveway or whatever. We vacuumed their car. We did their vehicle. We made it clean and stuff. We had snow cones for people in the cold. I mean, when it was hot and stuff, we gave snow cones out. Somebody needed a place to stay. We gave them a rental property. Right. So we came directly to the house with the work truck. We were providing a service, right? And we were
service.
There you go. And we were solving a problem that they needed.
Right.
Makes sense? That's powerful.
That passive asset. Yeah.
Well, we haven't gotten to the passive part. We gotta know how we're generating income.
Right.
We are solving people's problems. We are solving people's problems. By us solving people's problems, that's what's giving us money.
Generate income. Right.
All right. Okay. So now we know that. So let's take a picture of that. I'm gonna make sure we got that. We're solving problems.
Right.
That's how we get income. That's how we get our own income.
Right.
Okay. But that just creates a job.
Yeah.
That's just what gets a job. A job is a service to somebody else. Gets you some money.
Right.
Okay. We want, and then that job gives us the wage.
Right.
It gives us income. But what we want is passive income. We don't want active income. We want passive. We want to work. We want some money to come in and us not actively having to go after the money.
Right.
Right? So, but we still got to solve that problem. Okay? All right. So this is how this will work. So once again, we're solving problems. Just keep that in mind. We're solving problems. All right? All right. And we do that by providing a service. There we go. So I'm going to put that at the top. Providing a service. That's how you get income. All right, so we are providing service, solving problems. All right. So now the way that we can now that we know that we're solving problems in order to get income, all right, now we have to solve the problem of how we are not there getting working the job on a regular basis. We have to solve that problem. So the way that we do that is we got to say, okay, look, the pressure washer. If I am pressure washing, I can only pressure wash for 24 hours.
Right.
right? If I am the one that's detailing the cars, I can only detail like 4 cars, 5 cars a day myself.
Right.
So how I have to do this is I got to hire folks. I gotta hire people. Okay? So passive income, this is the most important thing. Passive income comes down to understanding how to get people
Yeah.
to help you solve other people's problems. Okay? That's got to be clear. Passive income comes down to you getting people to help you solve other people's problems.
To help solve other people problem.
Yep. That's how you get to passive income.
Yeah.
You gotta get people to help you solve other people's problems.
Help me help somebody.
There you go. That's it. Help me help you. You know, so you gotta help me to help other people. So that's how we get to passive income. We gotta get other people to help us solve other people's problems. Forrest, how you feel on that? And just make sure that you're tracking. You can give me a thumbs up or something. All right, cool. All right, so we're getting other people to help us solve other people's problems.
Right.
All right. So this is how this looks. Okay. So in the pressure washing business, we would hire another employee. We would get another employee. We say, hey, look, I'm gonna pay you $10, and for $10 an hour, you go and pressure wash this house.
Right.
Right. You get another person, and you hire that person $10. Now the job, you know that the job is going to be a $50 job. So a $50 job, it's only going to take an hour to do. So it's an hour to do. You pay that guy $10, you still pocket $40.
Right.
Okay. What it comes down to is not being selfish.
Right.
Selfishness is what gets in the way of making big profits.
Right.
When you can get in your mind that you're not going to be selfish and you're going to give somebody a little bit of money so that way you get the big bag,
Right.
that's when you start making the bread.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that other people are winning along with you. So the more people that win with you, the more income you're going to get from on the passive side.
Yeah.
All right. So let's just look at a scenario. So when it comes to, let's just say, let's go back to the detailing. We'll just keep that higher. All right. So with the detail, we know that we got there's a $100 detail that we're gonna get. $100 detail. I can do that detail,
Right.
but how long does it take for you to do a detail on that?
About an hour.
So an hour. So for an hour, I make the full $100. So for 1 hour, I make the full $100. Or I could get this guy over here to do it for an hour. I pay him $25.
Right.
Right? So I pay him $25. That allows me to do what? Another job for $100. And so I do a job for an hour. I make this whole 100. I pay this guy $25. I make 75. And now what did I make? I made 175.
Right.
You follow? I made $175. If I would have done it all myself in that same hour, all I would have made was $100. But because I hired somebody else and gave him this job for $25, I made $75 off of his job, and then I made $100 off of my job.
Right.
Now, now here's the best part. let's say that you hired this guy for 25, and you made 75 off of him, 75 off of him, right? So now we're looking at $150, $150 that you made, and you stayed at the house. You're at the house chilling. That's passive income. So you hired people. You got people to solve other people's problems.
Yeah.
That's how you get passive income. You get people to help you solve other people's problems.
Right.
That's passive income. So Forrest, the answer to your question about how we deal with passive income is we get people to help us solve other people's problems. Now, you say, well, all right, well, man, you know, when it comes to septic, because I know for your situation, Forrest is dealing with wells and septics, or with septic tanks. So they got to get all this insurance, or they might have to get all this training. So how do I go about that? Okay, maybe right now you might not be able to hire other people right now. But what you could do is this. Okay, so we're gonna keep this scenario right here.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, here, I'll take a picture of this and I'll erase it. I'll take a picture and erase it. And we'll keep going. All right. So remember, we're getting other people to help us solve other people's problems. That's what we're doing for passive income. All right. Okay. What you probably wanted to hear from this conversation was, well, Aaron, tell me about the stocks. Tell me about some stocks so that way I can make some money in my account and I can just sleep and I can just have my little app going and making some money. So let's look at that. All right. So you got, I said, I'm already thinking it then. All right. So you got, let's just say you deal with septics. All right. You know everything about septics. Like you know everything about detailing. All right. So you know about wells and septics and you know about detailing. So detailing. All right. Let's talk about one of the easiest ways as far as, or what people know as far as passive income. We're going to talk about stocks real quick. We're just going to go ahead and get into it. So a stock. A stock is an ownership of a company. All right. That's what a stock is. Stock is ownership of a company. Okay. You gain ownership by purchasing shares.
Right.
All right. You gain ownership by purchasing shares. The best companies that you know something about is in your sectors. I guarantee you in the U.S. Stock Exchange, there is a top level septic company. There's some company that does nothing but septics. They do septics, they do wells, they do something when it comes to plumbing or something like that. You can find a company like this, a U.S. company, and you can purchase shares of that company. And when that company makes money, you make money.
Right.
By a thing called a dividend or stock or share price appreciation. All right, dividend, share price appreciation. So a dividend is real simple. A dividend is money paid out to shareholders. So a dividend is money paid out to shareholders. That's all it is. Okay? So if you own shares, you get a dividend.
Right.
If you own shares, you get a dividend. And then also the second thing is if the share price goes up.
Right.
Share price goes up, you make some money. Okay? So if you got shares in this septic company, or you got shares in this detailing company, then whenever these people make money, you make money. This is where I was talking about passive income. Remember, where it's you
Yes.
get other people to help you solve other people's problems.
Right.
Okay? So what is the other people's problems? The other people's problems is still septics and detailing.
Right.
It's just the fact that you're purchasing ownership of another company that solves other people's problems.
Helping that company.
There you go. Helping that company solve other people's problems. But by you helping that company solve other people's problems, they pay you a check.
Yeah.
They pay you a check quarterly or monthly. Some companies pay you a check monthly, some companies pay you a check quarterly.
Right.
All right. So you get a one share of, say, ABC stock. Let's call it ABC stock, and they're a septic company.
Right.
Every 3 months. So every 3 months, you get a check. Dividend check. Just from owning this one share. Just from owning one share of ABC stock, every 3 months you're going to get a check. Okay? And it depends on how much the dividend is, but you're going to get a check. You're going to get something.
Yeah.
From owning this company. Not all companies pay dividends, but a lot of them do.
Right.
And you can just find those companies that pay a dividend, and then that will give you an extra check for your family and for yourself.
Right.
All right. That's, to me, I think that's probably that's a good place to stop for today. I don't want to go too far, and I want to make sure that everybody feels good with this that we have. So at the beginning, we're just going to do a summary, and then we're going to get out of here. So we talked about building credit. So building credit, one way that we talked about what credit is. Credit is basically a record of what you used other people's money for, and how you used other people's money.
Right.
You want to have a long credit history. You want to have a low credit utilization rate.
Right.
Right. And you want to, if you don't have any credit, try to get you a secured credit card, like from Discover.
Right.
This is not financial advice. I'm just putting it out there and just telling you what you can do.
Yeah.
But you can go to Discover and get your Discover secured Discover card, and you can put $100 on that card, and that will allow you to start to build credit.
Right.
Because you'll have a credit history, you'll have, and then just keep a low credit utilization rate, something like 10 to 20%.
Yeah.
If you put $100 in, only use $10 or $20.
Right.
Yep. And so that's building credit, starting with building credit.
Yeah.
We talked about income and passive income.
Passive income.
So we had to know what an asset was, a liability. We had to know what income was in general. We
Right.
started from a job, getting a wage.
Yeah.
And then we realized that we didn't want to trade our time for money. We wanted to trade our money for time.
Right.
And how we trade our money for time is we buy assets. We buy assets because assets put money in our pocket. And so we get these assets, and when we buy these assets, we know that we want to get to the passive income stage.
Right.
And the way that we get to the passive income, actually before we get to that, we had to in order to get income, we had to provide a service. Provide a service, and we had to solve problems.
Right.
Solve problems for people. That's how we get money.
Right.
But we wanted to make it passive.
Right.
And the way we make it passive is we had to get other people to help us solve other people's problems.
Right.
That's how we get to passive income. And we showed an example of that by which we were doing the pressure washing vehicle. So doing pressure washing, instead of us spending an hour and us washing the car, we hired somebody else to wash the car, and we made some extra money.
Right.
And that's what we want to do. We want to make it as passive as possible. But if we don't have the ability to hire somebody, then we can buy ownership of a successful company that will pay us a dividend, and then along the way, the share price should appreciate and go up in value.
Right.
That's where we're going to end for today.
Look clear, bro.
Man, I hope that this was helpful for you. Hey, Forrest, how you feel?
That's what.
Let me see. I know sometimes he's a little delayed. Oh,
Service.
there he's typing something. But yeah, man, that's how was the last week? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, you ain't put too much on this week.
Yeah. I don't want to put too much. I want to,
Yeah, right.
want to build on it.
I got them two in my notes, and I could.
Okay, so buying stocks. So let me give you something that you can do today.
Right.
So that because we want to apply it today. I don't want nothing crazy. I want you to be able to do something today. You can go to Acorns tonight. You can go to Acorns. It's an app called Acorns. You
Yeah.
can do that tonight. And what Acorns allows you to do is whenever you swipe your card at any store or anything, it will round to the nearest dollar, and the change will go into an investment account for you.
Acorn.
It's called Acorns. It's free to use, and it's 100% free. They just take a percentage off of the investment along the way when you make profit. But yeah, it's
ACRN.
yeah ACORNS. Yeah, Acorns. Yeah, you can do that today. That's a way that you can start today. I got some other ones, but like Webull, but we'll talk about Webull at another time. I want you to be able to have something that you can start today. Acorns, you can get that app tonight, and then tomorrow when you're at the gas station, or whatever, you swipe that card and you just made some money.
Yeah.
That's a way that you can make some money today. So yeah, how was everything? You feel good?
We all feel really good.
Cool. So yeah, man.
I
I
like
kept it right at the time. So
That's good. I like it.
yep.
Learn things. The more I learn, the more better for me.
All right, Forrest, we're gonna sign off, and hey, I appreciate that, brother. Hey, make sure, like I said, there's only the 3 rules, but that last rule is bring somebody to class the next time. So bring somebody to class. I don't care who it is. Bring somebody to class the next time.
Tell them we're gonna be at center.
Oh yeah, so starting next week, we're gonna actually be at the center out here in Sanderson. So if you want to come out here, you can. I'm still gonna have the live going, so that still be good. But yeah, we're gonna be doing that next week. So all this week we're still gonna be here, but next week we're gonna be.
Thanks, bro. Good class, bro.
Yeah. All right. So
I'll have all my stuff next week too. I have my pen and paper everything next week.
oh yeah.
Yeah, man.